Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel, and again we're back on the F-Type, and this time I'm going to do a little bit more wrapping, but we're going to do some of the interior. If you remember on my previous videos, I wrapped the bonnet vents, I wrapped the mirrors, I wrapped the side intakes, and I also de-chromed the window surrounds. So this time it's time to get the interior looking as nice as the exterior. So let's take a look at what I'm going to do. So the interior of this car is absolutely lovely, apart from this boring black bit down here. So I'm going to carbon fibre wrap that, and I'm going to make it look nice. Let's go. So this plate just kind of clips off, so that's quite easy to get off. This piece again is fairly easy to get off. You just need to leverage the sides out a little bit to release it, but I don't know if you noticed, but I did actually break mine. So what I'm going to do is I'll super glue that before I start. So that now allows us to take these out the car, take them to the bench, making it much easier to wrap. So first step is to cut some of this carbon fibre wrap that will work with these panels. So now we've got the cuts that we need, we can now start cleaning the plastic parts, prepping and ready to wrap. Let the wrapping begin. Right, that's these babies wrapped, so let's get them fitted back into the car. That's it all back in, and absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Totally happy with that. Let's move on to the next part. And the next part we're going to do is we're going to do this piece here at each side, so this little air vents. To get these off, what we need to do is we just need to use a panel removal tool and just put a bit of pressure on this bottom end. Now we split these into the two parts, let's get them wrapped. And that's those done, and they look absolutely superb. On to the next item. So the next job is to actually do parts of the steering wheel. So I've got this top cover part here and this little bit down here which I'm going to wrap. Now to do that I'm going to need to remove the airbag. Now this, I've watched videos on YouTube how to do it and it looks quite easy, but when you try and do it yourself it's a bit of a pain, but I found a little method that I think will work. So using your mobile's front facing camera you can see this place here, so that's looking inside there, and you see that metal piece there. That's the bit we need to push back. So using a little tool I just created, which is the bent screwdriver, I can now insert this into that hole there, get above that and push it in towards the centre of the steering wheel. And once you've done that on both sides, so I've already done the bottom one, once you've done that, then the airbag should just nicely pop out like so. Okay, now I don't want to disconnect this airbag because I don't want to get any warning lights on. So I'm going to hopefully try and remove the plastics with the airbag just in place. So now I've just loosened the wires at the back of the airbag. They were hooked onto those two places there, so I've just given me a bit of extra slack. That airbag will just sit on the steering wheel. And get this out, all you need to just lever it up and wiggle it out, because all it's held on is like these sort of parts here. So to push that back in, I've got to line it up with all three holes and just push it in. So that's that piece off. Okay, so now what we just need to do is need to get this plastic piece off here. Okay, so I managed to get this off. This was a bit of a pain. I might see if there's a bit of way of putting it back on. Might be. I need to disconnect these switches if possible, and hopefully, oh no, they're screwing. So you've got to take this bit of plastic off with those switches on. Now, all you have on the back of the switch is this little plug here. There's one at each side. So if you can undo that from that bit there, and the same on the other side, then there's another, this bit here is just holding the wire in. So you unclip the wire from there, unplug that, and then it should all come out. And just in case you didn't get what I meant by the airbag, this is what you're trying to get at from the back, and you're getting into the back of that and you're pushing it across like so to actually release the airbag, one on each side. Right, let's get this and the other parts of the bench and we can now wrap them. Okay, to make wrapping these easier, what I'm going to do is I'm going to release these switches, and it is just a little T8 and there's just 4 little nuts just holding it on. I can already tell this is going to be a fun piece to wrap, but let's give it a go. Well, I've got to say, people, that was one of the hardest bits of wrapping that I've done. But yeah, I think we're there. Once we get the switches in, that's going to look really good. But yeah, it looks gone nicely over here. But to get it wrapped around all of these curves, yeah, that was a bit of a pain. But yeah, I've managed it. So we've got that. We've got that now. So what we're going to do next is let's get all this back together and get it back into the car. Right, there we go. That's that done, and they're all back together. So I'm going to get these back in the car now, and then I won't show you that. It's just the reverse of taking them out. So I'll get these back in. I'll show you the finished product. And that's it reinstalled. Well, that looks absolutely beautiful. It just changes the style of the steering wheel totally. Love it. Now, I did a little problem getting it in. When I was trying to put the plugs in the back of the switches here, I ended up bending the pin in both sides. I'd take it back on the bench, straighten it out, and then put it in gently. So if you are doing this, be careful putting the plugs back in the back of these, because you can easily bend those pins. So I think that's all I'm going to do on my interior now, but check out how it looks.
Chauza ishadondoka, kipande rusha kichupa, akili zishaniruka. Kampani misitaki, kwanza mina kurabati, masije kutudhihaki. Au, shemeji zako usije ukawafata, ukizunguka mwisho watu wa hapa, ukizungusha ulimi minajingata, mwisho wa wiki mabota kulabata.
So that's it this time. I hope you enjoyed that. It was just a nice little one there, just to, you know, how I've done the wrapping inside my car. And it does make a massive difference inside. Easy to do. You just need a bit of time and a bit of patience. So give it a go, guys. Change the interior of your car. Thanks for watching. If you did like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up for this video. Drop some comments if you need any more information. And again, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.